okay. Just got up, had a pretty good sleep in. Fairly happy with the things that I got to do yesterday. Going down for breakfast. I should have filmed what I had for dinner, but I forgot to do it, so it was just rice paper rolls. Anyway. Hi guys, so we are going around the river in Perth. It's a bit of a mish to find a way, but it was a bit of a mish to find the way to start with all the roads and things, but I finally found a bike path which I believe will take me around the river, at least of some sort of a river loop. I have a stadium behind me, Optus Stadium. You'll see some really cool drone footage that I was able to get just before. There were some interactions in the signal, but I believe it's because of these poles that I have next to me. When I walked to the side of them and between the trees, it was a bit better. And obviously a huge metal stadium right behind me. The weather is freaking spectacular. It's like 24, 25 degrees C. It's breezy. It's dry. It's just on point. I kind of am going the anti-clockwise river loop, which I'm kind of going against the anti-clockwise river loop, but I was supposed to go the other way, but it's fine. We finally found the place. Something that I did want to tell you about is basically there's a lot of people who come to Perth for work. It's what I came here for this time, right? And there's a lot of people who rent out bikes. There's like so many bike shops here. It's like seriously overwhelming considering that Perth is one of the biggest cities, but it's not the biggest city. And I feel like there's a bike store on freaking every corner here, which is really cool. I can't say the same about vegan shops. I feel like from what I have been able to observe so far is there's actually I have bumped into a few. I found Govinda's and there was Loving Heart, and there's obviously your regular sushi, pizza, Thai food, Indian, vegan options. Something that I did, I'm going to try and hold you and not shake you. So there are so many bike stores around here, right? So I feel like Perth is very bike city central, although Adelaide has a lot of bike stores too. I considered renting a bike here for a few days, since this time I'm only here for a few days, and I looked at prices in a couple of places, and it seriously was like $190 a day, which I think is very pricey. Of course, the bike that you get for it is, kind of carbon, Ultegro, Dura Ace, just like top level, not like 10 grand bikes, but very, up there bikes compared to, your standard $800, $1,000 bicycles using Sora or 105 without, just rim brakes. But I feel like spending $300 or $400 on renting another bike, one issue that I had with that is that you have your pedals, right? They clip in with your clip-in shoes, and then you can put your bottles in there and connect your little baggy thing with all your stuff, but your pedals I feel like is important that match, and probably you can ask them to have them match, but it's just like an extra little drama thing. But nevertheless, the option is here if you need it and it's within your budget. What I did is I paid for an extra bag, because obviously I'm here for work, so I need to have work clothes, I need to have laptop, I need to have all this work stuff. so I couldn't like just jam. Well, I mean I could have, but I just decided not to jam it all into my bike box. So I decided to just pay for an extra bag, which only cost me like $39. I flew Qantas here, $39 to do that for an extra bag, and there and back, so it'd be like $70-$80 return to have your bike with you here. You build it. I actually this time let's do something special. I brought my bike pump with me. Usually I just pump up the tires with my hands when I do reduce the pressure in them, and I jump into a local bike store wherever I arrive and just pump up the tires there. But here I decided to just take my bike pump, reduce the pressure on tires, like flat them out completely. And seriously, oh, guess what's beeping at me? It is this thing. We did I flew the drone a little bit, so that was pretty cool as well. I managed to do that today. Now there's my light, my sunlight. So anyway, yes, so I was able to pump up my tires, no worries, brought in the hotel, keeping my bike box at the hotel, which by the way, a bike box as usual was free from a bike store in Brisbane from 99 Bikes. They're just getting rid of them for free, although if you want to be all fancy or just if you want to be a little bit more organized, you can pay for a bike bag with like wheels and it's like fabric or shell, but again that's going to cost you a few $100s. So I mean, it's nice to have nice things, but at the same time it's nice to save money and be able to redistribute that money towards some other goals you might have at the time. I mean, I'm going overseas in like a few weeks, and then I have another trip in a few more months after that. I have like all these things. I'm paying off my student loan that I'm like really pushing for over the next few months, just because I want to get into property as soon as I can. But I made myself promise that I'm not going to do that until I pay off my student loan, basically. So we're doing that, and let's yeah, let's end it here. Let's leave it for another video. Anyway, their options are there, right? Like I've checked out a few bike stores, but it was within $330 to $400 for 4-5 days of renting a bike. Granted, it's a nice bike and they do drop it off and pick it up from your hotel room, but I still feel like even a rental car can be $40-$50. So it's a slight overprice. Either way, it's fine. I'm really happy I have my bike. I have my drone. Let's go and keep on riding. So here you can see obviously some drone footage from this area where I was crossing. The Optus Stadium that you see there actually, well, obviously like many other cities in Australia, there are a lot of sports games that happen and, different artists come and perform in them. But to me, this stadium signifies the end of a running race that I have entered for the future. In fact, I've entered about 10 races this year already. And running a Perth half marathon and the marathon festival later this year is one of them. So that is somewhere inside where I will end up. But this really, really cool wavy bridge that you see on some of the shots is called Maragarup Bridge. It is a pedestrian bridge crossing, and the river that is actually going through Perth, you see here, is Swan River. And it's situated approximately halfway between Harrison Island and Gongonup Bridge, which provides pedestrian access between East Perth and Burswood. So they're really interesting. This bridge almost reminds me of Swans. But the history behind it is, just to go over it quickly, in 2014 the government decided that they needed to have a bridge built in the area. So they sent out a tender and a bunch of companies applied and one of them won. But then there were delays with the subcontractor to manufacture the bridge, as it was being manufactured in Malaysia. It was Malaysian-based Toyota Tsusho. And basically the contract was terminated and another and then the bridge was put up for a tender again, and the government awarded it to Save Mick has won the tender at the end. So in 2017 November, the government announced that the bridge would officially be named Maragara Bridge, which is from old Aboriginal name for the whole area, waters included, around this region, and it means place where the river is only leg deep, allowing it to be crossed. And in the past, it has also been referred to as the Swan River Pedestrian Bridge for obvious reasons. Pretty cool.